Hello everybody. This video is to show you how to take care of your brushes. You have quite a few brushes that are in here. I try to give you a wide variety of flat brushes and round brushes. And I also try to make sure you have some ones that are for acrylic in your oil painting project, as well as for your watercolor. So it's important that what you get, you take care of. The people who had this before you were kind of expected to do that. You're expected to do that, and then we just try to keep these brushes as good as possible. If you're not happy with one or two of these, if you feel like they're kind of bad, I do have some backups that I can look at and see if you're right, and if we do need to get you a better brush, or I might say, what we got, you gotta kind of make do with it. It kind of is what it is. I know I've definitely had students in the past that have even gone to Walmart, or bought something online, or went to Dubuque or Madison, grabbed some brushes. Absolutely, if you want to do that, that's exciting. Nothing beats a brand new brush because it's brand new, and it's just perfect, and they're just amazing. And I wish I could give everybody a brand new brush every year, but that's just not possible because brushes get expensive, especially the higher quality ones. It's up to you if you want to put that money into it. If you do, what's nice about it is that then you have your own brush sets when we're done with the class. You have that at your house, and then we have travel paints that if you want to borrow some and you want to do painting at your home, I will be happy to supply that even when you are not in painting, kind of thing. So anything that I can encourage you to continue developing this skill and to hopefully find a way that painting can be relaxing. Frustrating, at times, but relaxing. I want to encourage that, okay? So let's kind of get looking at our tube. So we have this right here. There's actually a really cool comic strip right here that I will read to you. And just to help you remind you of what you need to do when you have your brush, you need to clean it. It says, save the brush. It says, help, my friends are dead. You must save them from that horrible fate. And then it says, rinse all the paint out of my hair. Put some soap in my hand and wash my hair until it's clean. Rinse. And then style my dew. Place me upright in a cup. I'm saved, all thanks to you. Okay, so it's kind of funny. They glued these googly eyes on this paintbrush and stuff like that. So this is a constant reminder. It's like you got to take care of your brushes. Okay, it makes your painting experience so much easier when you do. So let me actually kind of demonstrate that. So first thing is I have two brushes in here. I have a flat and I have a round. Now the difference with them is I grab the larger ones so you can see a little bit easier, but you can notice this on the smaller ones as well. Flat brushes this is the metal part, what's called a ferrule. You can see that it's crimped. I'll turn on the side. You can see that it's no longer round, but there was some kind of a machine that flattened this out, which flattened your bristles. Okay, now the round one does not. It has that ferrule, but as I turn this around, it is constantly around all the way around there. So what I look for on smaller brushes to see if it's a flat or a round is I just make sure that ferrule right there doesn't have that crimp. If it has that crimp, then you know it's supposed to be a flat brush. Okay, but I have paint on here, so we're going to kind of clean these up. So do you remember I have 3 sinks in this room and I have 3 sinks in the other room. So don't let that stop you from taking the time that you need to wash your brush. I have soap dispensers in the back that you can use. So you can use this for your hand, but you can also use it for your brush. But I also have this as well. And I try to have like 3 of these to make that go a little bit faster. It does say brush cleaner on it. So what's nice about this is it's just, I think it's like Irish Spring. And I threw bars of soap in a microwave and I got it till it's a little more moldable, and I compacted it down inside of this. And then so it's easier to kind of clean your brushes. So this is available. Otherwise you can just put soap in your hand. So the first thing that the guy says is you got to rinse out your brush first. Okay, so don't stick it in here with a bunch of paint. It just doesn't work as well. So I'm going to turn this on. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, but I'm going to stick that paintbrush inside of there. I like to stick it down into that drain because it has those little holes, and just kind of go around in a circle inside of that. Not super hard, but not real gentle either. I'm going to wash the other one at the same time. Okay, so I got the paint out of there. Second step is to use the soap. So I'm gonna hold this up so you can kind of see it, and I'm gonna angle it, and I just go back and forth on this, and it already starts getting all that soap on here. Now what this does, and this is what ruins the brush, is that, let me set this down, is that inside this area, right above the ferrule, paint gets lodged in there, and then your hair goes like this all the time. So you gotta try to get that paint out of here. Now just basic rinsing doesn't work really well. So I wanna go like this just for a little bit. And then I could also, if I didn't have that, the same thing is you put soap in the palm of your hand, and then you just do this kind of in circles, and you get that off. Now this was red paint, and obviously it's not red anymore, it's the color of the soap, or somebody had green paint in there, but it gets it out. And then I'm gonna rinse it, get all that soap off my hand, and again, I can just use that bottom part of that sink, tap it off. And the last step is this called styling the dew. And what that means is that this is a flat brush. So you wanna take it, you wanna kind of squeeze alongside of here and try to reshape it. And ideally, this is an older brush, ideally this will go back into one shape. Now, obviously the student that had this before did not clean it as well as they could have, and over time, these just get wider and wider, and at some point we just kind of toss them. But you can start saving these a little bit more and taking care of these by repeatedly working on that and trying to get that hardened paint that's on the very tip in here, and I can feel it. That's what's causing that kind of an issue. So style it. We'll be able to maintain and actually start improving these over time if you keep working on that. Same thing with with this one. I've already been rinsed out. I'm gonna go over here with the brush cleaner. Really work that soap into that ferrule area. Turn it on. Rinse that soap out. Dry it off a little bit. Now this one you pull and twist. So I'm gonna take this and I'm actually turning this like this, and then you try to reshape that back into a point again, okay? And this one's a much better one. I can feel there's no paint in here, unlike the other one, which I could definitely feel that. So if we keep maintaining these, your painting will be a little bit easier to kind of work with, okay? And then it says stored upright. Now we don't have cups. I've heard, different things on that anyways, but you just stick it back inside your tube right here. If you were painting at your house, definitely do that. But that's all set and your stuff is taken care of. Over in this area, I do have really bad brushes that I take care of. So if you end up giving me one of your brushes, it's not like I'm gonna throw it away per se, but I've learned that using, there's a way to save your brush, kinda. Obviously you take care of it the best you can, but when you turn your brushes back into me and they're ruined, I will give you this. This is isopropyl alcohol that you kind of buy over at Walmart in their medical area to kind of like clean cuts and stuff. This is amazing stuff to help break apart that paint that's been dried. So if at the end of the semester you turn your brushes in, and you were painting at your house and you forgot to clean up and they're as hard as a rock, we let it soak in this for about 5 minutes. Then I'll give you this thing called a file cleaner. And then I'll show you that you just take your brush and you go with that file cleaner back and forth, and that helps take that paint off of there. So it still damages the brush, but you still save it for us to kind of use it for other things, okay? Best thing to do is just that prevention part, just making sure you take care of your brush every time you use it, okay? And then you'll appreciate it. Other than that, let me know if you have any questions, and good luck in class.